In the 19 months since Matthew Farwell's arrest, federal prosecutors say the evidence proving he murdered his secret pregnant girlfriend, Sandra Birchmore, and made it look like a suicide has only gotten stronger. And this week, they may have their strongest evidence yet. There is a new memo from prosecutors that states, quote, Farwell's DNA was found on the ligature that tied Birchmore's neck to a closet door handle. They also say that Farwell's DNA was found on multiple locations on the underwear that Birchmore was wearing when she was found dead in her Canton apartment in 2021. But here's what's so stunning. That DNA was there all along. According to prosecutors, state investigators found male DNA at the scene back in 2021, but never tested it against Farwell and ruled Birchmore's death a suicide. They also claim both Canton and state police knew Farwell was the man in this surveillance video seen entering and leaving Birchmore's apartment, but only had a brief conversation with him about her death. And in that meeting, prosecutors say police didn't even ask for a DNA sample or seize his phone. And in the memo, which laid out the arguments for why Farwell should remain detained while awaiting trial, prosecutors also point to his behavior after Birchmore's death. They claim he joked about it, and that two witnesses told federal agents that Farwell reenacted her death while intoxicated with friends, sitting under a doorknob, demonstrating a position she was found in, attempting to show how someone could do this to themselves. The problem is, prosecutors say, that detail hadn't been publicly revealed at that time. So how would he know that? Now, to be clear, these are all allegations from prosecutors. Matthew Farwell has pleaded not guilty. He is innocent until proven guilty. But this is a big development, and these new alleged details have sparked fresh outrage online, including in the Facebook group Justice for Sandra Birchmore, which was started by my next guest, Melissa Berry, who's followed the case since the start. Thank you so much for taking the time. You have been at the forefront of this case. When you read this new filing, what hit you the hardest?
The DNA part, that they had this DNA and they didn't test it. You know, everybody is like raging on our page that why didn't they test the DNA? Why hasn't Michael Morrissey, the district attorney in Norfolk County, why didn't they charge him? Why did they allow this man to stay on the streets for 3.5 years before the feds were able to come in and arrest him and get him off the streets?
Yeah, the DNA evidence is like the headline there. But there was also this part, they say that he was in or allegedly in several sexual relationships at the time, including one after Birchmore's death where the young woman allegedly may have been drugged. How does those allegations sit with you?
I actually knew about those allegations. I interviewed her, and it sickened me that while he was being investigated by his own police department, that he was, doing this kind of behavior while, the police department's looking into him for the murder. Actually, they were looking into his behavior, and the Massachusetts State Police were looking into Sandra's death. So while this is all going on, he was, exhibiting this behavior.
Yeah. And by the way, going back to the DNA, my understanding is his DNA has excluded him as the biological father of Sandra Birchmore's unborn baby, who, by the way, prosecutors say he believed he was when he allegedly killed her. So it goes to this idea of motive. They say it's going to be relevant at trial. But the problem is we still don't know who the father is, right? And how important is that unanswered question to the story, to the case, in your mind?
It's a part of the case that, I think everybody wants to know. But to me, it wasn't the factor of why he murdered her. The reason why she was killed was to silence her. Sandra was telling too many people about their relationship. She was threatening to tell his wife. So there were the reasons why she needed to be silenced was because too many people were finding out. And not too long before she was killed, one of her friends spoke to somebody at his job. So his job was being threatened. His wife was being, threatened to be told, and his world was about to crash, all around him. So that's why I believe that's why he had to silence Sandra.
And I also understand prosecutors have alleged that Birchmore was abused by 3 other police officers, including Farwell's twin brother and fellow police officer, the Deputy Chief Robert Devine. And according to the new documents, this Army recruiter, do you believe that alleged pattern played a role in maybe the delay of justice in this case, the way you see it?
Possibly, but, you know, this young woman was groomed from the age of 13 to, you know, she was 23 and her life was taken away. And so I think, you know, them maybe thinking she was promiscuous when it wasn't like that. She was a child that was groomed to act like this. She was, you know, these officers took advantage of a very vulnerable young woman, and that's what ended up leading up to her death, unfortunately.
Do you think anybody else would be implicated in this?
I'm hoping that, you know, the other officers that abused her also, you know, have charges put against them. It's not right that it's only this charge that's been put out there. You know, I think everybody who abused Sandra, they should all be charged and have their day in front of a jury.
Well, listen, I appreciate you coming on. The lawyer in me just has to reiterate this. These are allegations at this point, okay? He hasn't been proven guilty. He will have his day in court. But look, this is a major development, major accusations put forward by the prosecution. And Melissa Berry, thank you for taking the time and putting it in context for us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.